But my company interviewed me for Gay Month, and they were like, "So, what do you think corporations can do to better support LGBTQIA folks outside of Pride?" And I'm just like, actually do literally any fucking thing at all?
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Magic. I am so sorry that we lost a person.
No, I'm here. I clicked the wrong button. My bad.
All right, I'll try that again.
Sorry.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Magic. Thank you so much for being patient with us last week. I expected to be able to film an episode, and travel made that hard. So we're going to do this way this week, and I'm glad to see everybody back. And so we're going to get started with introducing everybody, starting with MJ.
Hi, I'm MJ Bradley Lestrange. I'm a writer and podcaster, and you can follow my work on certainpov.com.
And John.
Hi, I'm Professor John Bradley Lestrange, writer, professor, TikToker. You can find me on TikTok at The History Wizard.
Awesome. And Rhea.
Hey, I'm Rhea. I am located here and also on the twitter.com as explosive_donut. Yeah, that's it. I'm just chilling.
Awesome. And Velvet.
Dark greetings, mortals. I'm Velvet. I use favorite pronouns. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, and I'll be playing your local Matic Red Cat Mean Girl, like Coca.
Michelle.
Hi, my name is Michelle Sealight. The C stands for Smarties, and I realized now I could have used candies, and it actually starts with the C. But you know what? This is my life now. You can find me everywhere at Michelle Sealight. And I'm playing Iris, she who's learning creativity.
And last but certainly not least, Junie.
Hi, I'm Junie Radish. I play your local slow. Pick a card, any card. Why? Because we want to do 52 pickups for the blind check. You can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet. Why? Because I live there. Do not judge.
And I, as always, am your local Chaos Bringer, Spectral Effect. You can find me most places on the internet by that name. You can find this show on Twitter as Arc of the Dragon. You can find this show on YouTube as Archives of the Dragon if you want to catch up with any of our backlog, our one-shots, or our other shows, which include Sudbury by Night, which we'll be playing tomorrow, Saturday at 1 p.m., and Mass Effect, which was this Monday, so it'll be 2 weeks Monday till the next episode, and I'm excited to do that again. And for all of you, I did remember to upload it to YouTube now, so you can see the first episode on YouTube and the second one hopefully sometime this week. So really pleased with how all of those are turning out. Please go check out our other showrunners. John runs our Mass Effect game. He does a really great job. And Unconscious Celestial runs our vampire game and is a sweetie. If you say anything mean to her, I will bite you. Anyways.
I'm listening to me say, a lot.
The eternal storyteller quandary as you try to figure out some way to sound cool while you think. Anyways, what happened last game is we successfully subdued the Boggin Priscilla and brought her back to Ceres camp. We discovered that we were going to have to try and find Lakoka's other pieces, the Holy Trinity of Lakoka, and one of the entrances to that was through Iris's best friend, Cressida's freehold. One of the entrances to that trod is in Laurel's territory currently. And yeah, chaos happened. Anger was done. Good fighting from everyone else was excellently done. I'm very proud of all of that. Also, you did see an apparition of Brigid last time, which is the Kylach's other person. And she and her children were busy creating robot dinosaur worlds because they didn't seem to care much what kind of world they created, just as long as it was fun. Anyways, we are going to open up with everybody back in the house. Madden is going to come back from, it's going to be like 6:30 in the morning, and Madden is going to return to the house. He goes, guys, can I call a family meeting? And he's just standing in the living room saying this. He's also just like texting, family meeting, and also like the groan is texted out too.
Jack is already awake and making coffee.
You have way too much energy.
No, I have coffee.
Is it magic coffee? Tell me it's magic coffee.
All coffee is magic when I brew it.
Great.
Because this shit is strong.
Iris is gonna come out full hair curler beehive, wearing a plush robe, got one of those face mask treatments on her face. And she's gonna be like, there better be some coffee when I get these
I'm
cucumbers.
already handing
eyelids.
Iris a cup.
Thank you. And she takes the cucumbers off her eyelids, puts on her glasses.
Do you have any fucking Baileys?
Yeah, there is definitely alcohol.
All right, I grabbed the Baileys and put it in my coffee.
Why do you put cucumbers on your eyes?
It prevents bags.
What are your bags?
Emotional baggage.
Would you just drop them off? That's what therapists are for.
Guys, it is too early in the morning to talk about therapy, largely because we probably all need it. Okay. All right, I got some news. I have some options for us all about the things we need to do. I know it is 6:30 in the morning. I am in here at 6:30 in the morning to tell you, if you go outside, there's a lot of fucking flowers outside because, oh, wait, what we did, Priscilla, wore off. So Siri's trying to get it under control right now, but it's being handled. We're on it. We're going to see if we can like more permanently harden her heart against it for a while. But right now, Priscilla is back on her bullshit. So just be careful when you walk outside, okay? Okay.
I could just go outside.
Nice.
At least I could just do chill and kill it all.
I mean, you could, and that also works. I just didn't want people to wander outside and be like, oh shit, why is this happening? So yeah, Siri woke me up to tell me that. So now you have to suffer too.
Just rude.
I know, right?
Well,
I think she hasn't slept, so I really just don't think she knew it was morning. All right. Anyways, looked into ways to travel to BC. We have some interesting thoughts. Almost all of our reporting from the airplanes, from the trains, from, just the general drivability of life. Driving's probably the safest, but also the longest for us. Airplanes right now are super freaking dangerous for us because the whole world in Canada right now is more banal. So if we think we can do a whole cross-country trip on a plane, y'all can go, but I'm not going with you.
Out of character, why would we not be able to travel via plane?
So it is a running joke in the changeling community that airports are the most banal places in the world. They are very full of structure, big, heavy metal things that we are allergic to. And it's full of very bored people waiting for connections almost all of the time.
And low on Christmas cheer.
Exactly. They're also very clinical on the inside, so they don't paint anything with beautiful things. Very few airports are interesting looking. Not all
except
of them.
for O'Hare.
Yes.
O'Hare's nice.
Iris she's yawning, and she's like, I could talk to my parents because they run a shipping company, but I don't have enough coffee for that.
I don't think we want to. Wait, you mean like shipping, not like shipping?
Wait,
Like
1 second,
boats, not boats. Because that'd take really long. I was trying to do this
They
with
do
like physical jet skis.
international and national shipments and places. Neil, can I borrow your coffee for a second?
Don't we have
Sure, and I'll
plans?
pour a little bit more Bailey's in it before I give it to her.
God.
Thanks, because if I'm going to be talking to my father... Well, my father's nice. My mother, on the other hand...
So no flying. Flying bad.
Normally, I would say we could risk it, but with the murderous one on the loose and the way things are just kind of like shriveling up and dying, going to what we already know is a very banal place and risking it being worse is semi-dangerous. But we have negotiated the ability to access the Trods through Laurel's property currently. The freehold owner there has given us permission, and Laurel can't really do anything about that because it's their freehold.
Nice.
Awesome.
Suck it, Laurel.
Agreed.
So I don't have to call my Neil, you can have this back now.
You can
All
call
right,
your
thanks. And I'll
family
pour a
if you
little bit
want.
more Bailey's in.
I'm just giving you the updates. That's all. You can do what you want with them. I suspect, however, we start trying to travel over Canada now will be fraught with some danger. So, it's really the kind of danger you want to deal with.
I mean, the magical danger is probably better than the non-magical danger.
You need to call your daughter and let her know you're going on a trip.
Yeah, I know. I'll do that after we're done here.
Okay. Just, I thought I should be responsible for like 9 seconds here.
I mean, listen, if you don't, I won't. So
Great. I'm still a little alarmed at what happens when her actual father shows up, but sure.
I'm pretty sure it's me.
I don't want to even do the science of that. Okay.
Can it be?
I don't know. They had sages or oracles or whatever, and they said it was me. I don't know. This is a problem for tomorrow, Jack.
Timmy
Today,
Barry
Jack.
Maury Povich.
Yeah, today Jack has to get to British Columbia, I guess, with all of his friends.
Anyways, the Trod we are going through has managed to withstand the winter's assault currently. But what is happening there is a winter's fair. So essentially, what we're going to have to do is participate in order to get to the end of it. It's very like join in the fun.
Like a maypole, but winter.
Yeah, like they sell hot cocoa and do snow sculpture like contests, and imagine winter but fun.
Chicago,
I
and
can't.
it's fun.
That's
Look, changelings do their best with what they can when shit goes awry. So we're trying to make it an imaginative and fun, hence the snowmans.
as long as I
man.
get to throw at least one snowball at Makoka, we're golden.
Great. Also, Siri is lending us the car again if we want it. She says it's fully dreaming compatible. So
I call shotgun.
awesome. Anyways, I'm gonna go pack. And do you want me to pack? Do you have anything you needed pack? Okay, I'm gonna go pack. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. We can. I personally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive this car out of here at noon, and I'm going down this trod because I feel like we should be doing something, and I have decided what I am doing. Is this smart? I don't know, but this is what I'm doing. If you want to come with me, you can come with me. If not, I'm still going.
Madden, you made a Jack plan.
I
Is
hate
this smart?
everything.
No. Is it what I'm doing? Yes. That's a me plan.
It's nice when someone makes a decision and it doesn't have to be us.
Just back my typewriter, please. I'm gonna work on it more.
All right, you got it. Typewriter. Absolutely.
Real one.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
All right. And with that, Madden heads into Annunciata's room and shuts the door, and there's the rustling of things being thrown into a bag. It seems kind of like stressed out, but, you know, it's also not crashing things either.
Did we decide when we were leaving? Like, when we were going to head off to the Trogs?
Noon.
Was that?
Noon.
Okay. Because I am going to just dash back to Hurantis. Just fill Narissa in and just like pack a few essentials.
Narissa is staring out the window, and from here you can see the ice sculpture that's just around that portal, so you can't quite see the portal anymore, but you can see the ice. And Narissa's just like, it's growing. I don't think I've ever seen the bottom of the lake freeze before. The top, yes. The bottom, no.
Yeah. I mean, I can try and do something about that. I can try and make it stop growing for now, at least. But it's just going to keep getting worse.
No, we better figure out what's like how to stop the whole thing. I feel like we're just sticking band-aids on stuff as we go.
Yeah.
At least we don't have to make any decisions about Laurel versus Siri, since they seem to be on the same page right now.
Yeah, everyone's just sort of trying not to die right now. Speaking of the worst segue ever imagined by man, I have to go on, I guess, an adventure.
It's probably not the best way to phrase that.
Narissa's like, you know, changelings say this all the time. Galane probably even more than the Kithane do, but you're the king.
Yes. I mean, listen. Am I?
Yes.
No, let's be real. I'm pretty sure, just from just all possible perspectives, that you're the queen.
Nope. I am absolutely certain that is not correct, but also you are currently still in your stage of I don't remember how this works, and I am certain I am not the queen of the Myrrh down here.
The all of them and I have to go and find the all of them.
The motley?
I don't know or like the term motley.
But I think it's such a cute term, and it is actually what changelings are.
I know. Lakoka, the red cap, has a map on her leg, and we have to go there because the whole world is dying, and apparently we have to save that, and not just Hurantis. And I am sorry.
Narissa just puts like her hand over your mouth and is just like, you could have just said, I have to save the world, and I wouldn't have made annoying noises at you.
Well, yes, but I'm trying to keep you involved in the whole decision-making process, which involves, I guess, me being bad at communicating. And I feel bad that I keep leaving you.
Narissa just starts laughing. It's just like, it just can't be any worse than it is. I mean, it can be, but I am choosing to willfully believe that it cannot be any worse than it is. Also, I have a whole Myrrh army, like you have a Myrrh army. So if I get really upset with you and I want you back, I suppose I could just send it after you.
Yeah, I'd keep checking on the portal if someone can approach it safely, because there are there are people in there, and they are very big, they're very powerful people. We should probably just keep an eye on them if someone can approach it safely.
So far, you're the only person who's been able to enter the exclusion zone without being interestingly warped.
Oh, I give Narissa the pin.
Okay.
This should let you approach there safely if you need to for any reason. I just came here to let you know what was going on, to pack some last minute essentials, grab, I don't know if I have a sword. I don't know if I have a king's sword or whatever, but
let me, well, I was going to say I have to go down to the armory for a minute for you. Hang on. She goes, just stay there. Do not leave. She looks at one of the stewards and goes, keep an eye on him. Sit on him if you have to. I know he's your king, but I swear, do not let him leave this room. Don't let him get him a new idea. Sorry. Do not let him get a new idea. None of that. Just.
I will behave. I sit down, crisscross applesauce on the ground.
Good. So she leaves and comes back, and she comes back with some very limited things, actually. She comes back with a spear. It's not a spear. It's not even a trident. It's a two-pronged thing. It's like a spiky.
A bident?
Yes, a bident. It is a bident.
It's technically its own thing. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And on one side of it, it is boiling the water, and on the other side, it is crackling with lightning. It's like, I turned it on so you could see what it did.
That's awesome.
Right. She turns it off. Okay. And then she hands you literally like a biker jacket. She says, last incarnation of you liked the armor to be like malleable. And you also had like a bit of a rock phase at one point. So here's your biker jacket.
Awesome. I love it.
Right.
Okay.
And then she hands you a small shell. And she's like, and this is to keep me from going insane. So this was built for us by Dougal at some point. They got really into Aphrodite. There's an Aphrodite in here, but also it means I can send you messages. It can also send me messages. Don't lose it, or I'll have to kill you.
You all heard that. She's plotting a coup. You all heard a threat against your king.
There's a
I'm wounded
sniggering
to the quick. This is some Hamlet-esque bullshit.
Mm-hmm. She's like, yep, I'll just have to find your next reincarnation again. Yeah. Anyways, don't lose it. Now go save the world, and I will figure out what to do with the portal, I guess. Or I will at least keep an eye on the portal. I'll do something. We'll see if we're still here.
Yeah, the Grandma Winter is in there sometimes. And just if you see her, say hi for me. Bye.
There's like a query that's like yelled at you as you leave, but you don't hear it because you're too busy trying to avoid the questions that might engender.
I'm also trying not to take up any more of game time with my exposition.
Does anyone else have anything they want to do before they leave at noon?
I need to get the hair curlers out of my hair.
Okay.
That's pretty much all I can think of besides, I guess, making sure everyone else is okay.
Awesome.
As I'm carrying armfuls of weapons and snacks, I'll be struck with just a bolt of lucidity, I guess is the word. I will hold my cursed coin aloft and just be like, hey, can any one of you nerds uncurse this?
I mean, probably. It won't be usable afterwards, but it'll not be cursed, probably.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted a cool coin. It doesn't... better a not cursed coin.
Can I somehow destroy this thing to
don't break
destroy said curse? That's literally what I said I would. I just explained that is what I would do to it. if you don't want it destroyed, maybe go seek someone who isn't the one who smashes things to bits. Have you tried eating it?
Please eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll eat it.
All right.
No, don't!
It's definitely that thing where you're like, I'm gonna break it, and Uncle Cook's like, well, shit. If I can't have it, no one can have it.
So do you eat it?
Yeah, I'll eat the coin. I don't give a shit.
No!
All right.
No
Well,
rules.
a roll of willpower. Well, actually, how that works is take a willpower, because technically it's a toxic thing.
Okay. Like a full willpower or superficial?
Superficial.
Cool.
And as far as you're aware, you've eaten the coin.
Wait, as far as she's aware, what does that actually mean?
As far as she's aware, she's eaten the coin.
Lakota, check your pockets.
Oh shit, I will check my pockets.
I don't know if I'm back yet.
I mean, you can come back whenever, as long as nobody has a specific time they want to do anything from the rest of the crew.
Then I'm back.
Iris pops her head out like half curlers undone, half still up. What did Lakoga eat?
Not a vegetable.
Nothing. What did you eat?
She's gonna take out another bobby pin, put it in her mouth, and she's gonna be like, I've been taking out these bobby pins for the past hour.
Look, Oka, the coin is not in your pockets.
Okay.
It's not in your pockets.
Well, that settles that.
All right. That's my best guess.
All right. Anyways, Madden arrives with bags and goes, I'm going to go get the car and we can pack it up. Apparently, the trunk extends. I did not know that. It's kind of cool.
Spectre, just as a quick out-of-game question. The Biden that I got, can you send me in Discord what it do?
I will do that on break for you, yes.
Thank you very much.
Madden's like, all right, I packed all our stuff. And also, I have a big bag of Snickers. I have this sneaking suspicion that I'm just going to, want to stress eat.
I mean, I'm ready.
All right, get the car. Madden hops out, comes back with the car that you saw, and it's still a small little eco-friendly car. And he opens up the trunk, and then he pulls the trunk out and keeps pulling it. And he's like, "Okay, guys, put all of your stuff in the trunk."
I do that.
Great. He's like, okay. So the freehold we are going to is just a small freehold. It's fortunately we don't have to deal with any, well, I mean, I say this and I am a she, but we don't have to deal with she and all their bullshit there. We are going to meet an Eshu over there, so that'll be nice. Hopefully we can escape without them trying to tell us too many stories, but Eshu stories are great, so if you get distracted, wouldn't surprise me. Now, everybody in the car who's coming, if you're not coming, I'm not here to argue with you. I'm just here to drive the car.
Jeez, someone's snappy.
Iris is gonna come out with the giant spear axe thing, and she's gonna be like, do I just need to tie it to the roof or something? I think the coffee's kicking in.
Iris, it'll fit in the trunk.
Okay. And her hair's fully down. Now it's not in a beehive, but it's got a bunch of
Who are you?
curls.
Aw. And it's like, well, look at all that hair. That's amazing. But also, where's the gun?
Oh, God.
You know where the gun is.
It's in my purse. Because outfits like this don't come with pockets.
What do you mean hair? What's going on?
Iris has taken her beehive down, sweetie.
Wait, it come down?
Yes, it's definitely a hairstyle.
I thought it was always stuck that way, glamorized forevermore, so it could be a hive and holder. I've heard these things for about D&D. It's the beehive of Holden.
Well,
Is Madden already in the car?
He's definitely headed that way. He does seem a little like grouchy today, but
Someone peed in his cereal.
I
I bet
am.
it was Jack.
I'm gonna cut
did
him
not
off
make-
on the way to the driver's seat. They'll just like fire hazard check him. Just be like, I'll get us there faster.
all right, fine. You drive.
Excuse me.
Shotgun.
I've been the designated driver here since the first car trip we went on.
I swear, if we're gonna argue about this, I'm gonna walk.
And just takes man's hand or arm, just hold on to him. Just
I will defer to Iris as the designated driver.
I mean, on a scale of 1 to 5, reflecting on your character, how good are you at driving?
A solid 4 out of 5. Dentists recommend.
5 out of 5. Everyone recommends.
I love that.
I mean,
I'm doubtful.
if you feel more confident reflecting on your character and your ability to drive, then I will let you.
I can reflect on my character all I want. I know I can't drive, but still, I'm a 5 out of 5. And she gets into the car.
Madden follows her. He does calm down a little bit when Anne holds his hand.
Lakoka, you can drive. It'll give me time to sit in the back and send off a few emails and messages.
Also,
I don't text and drive.
the trunk of the car just slides back into the car, and it's all in the trunk. It's just, more in, like, there's more stuff than there's space for, but it's still in the space. Does that make sense?
It's like the beehive.
And you all fit rather comfortably. Like, the seats start to elongate as you all get in, so the fact that it is a small little eco-friendly car does not seem to matter to it.
Okay.
Are you confirming that we have a lot of junk in our trunk?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Mocha, you're right, Cap. By default, all of your trunk is in your trunk, so you use the badunkadunk.
Anyways,
You're so wise.
I know.
I need everybody to. I'm trying to decide how to do this. You are going to pass through the land that is banal again as you drive through this. I need everybody to roll your banality. Your glamour. Sorry, I need everybody to roll your glamour. I need you to succeed once on one of the dice with a 6 or higher.
We're just rolling our glamour and banality.
No, just your glamour. Just your glamour.
Okay.
We're good.
You're good. Good. A plus. Everybody, it is awful feeling, but you make it to this Eshu's house with very little discomfort all the way around. And you roll up to this Eshu's house. It is a combination farmhouse that seems to be spilling out the door into like half caravan, half like open air market. It's just got a lot of interesting stuff out there. And outside is an older man with a full white head of hair, and it's very distinguished. He somehow has achieved both being like excessively British and Indian at the same time.
I know exactly what you mean.
Exactly. And I mean, Indian, the country, I am not trying to talk about First Nations people.
We got you.
He looks up and he goes, "Oh, yes. You must be the people coming to use my doorway."
I want it on record that I power drift as close to like the entrance as I can.
He just stands there, literally with a pipe. Like, very impressive.
Yes, thank you for letting us use your doorway. We very much appreciate it.
Oh, yes, of course. Interesting times and all that. Should we do a round of introductions?
I'm Jack, Merking of Hurantis.
Jack is an interesting name, though I suppose currently I'm going by a niche, so I can't say anything. And our lovely she lady. Yes, you, darling.
Iris.
Yes, hello, I'm, my name is Iris. Do we have it? Is formal, informal?
Oh, very informal. I just like names and introductions. Also, I like to know something about people I'm letting into my doorways. That sounds very wrong. You know what I mean.
I mean, but
Phrasing.
accurate though. Regardless of how it was meant, that's a valid statement to make.
I'm so glad you agree. I have had some very interesting doorway encounters over my travels.
Who among us hasn't?
So now that we've gotten that awkwardness out of the way, further introductions. You, the one who has had who hasn't comment. I believe I actually know you. I have a message for you.
Oh?
From Naval.
Oh!
Yes. We pass letters from time to time.
Is he okay?
Oh, yes. He just wanted to make sure you were okay. He heard you were coming to my house. Well, I told him, but that's a different thing.
He heard, I told. I mean, what's the difference at that point?
So you are Gray. Good to know. Sorry.
You said you had a letter, gimme.
Oh, yes. I'm going to finish the introductions before I let everyone out of my property, and I promise. I have to go inside, though, and it's very, rude to just wander off. Though I have done that
I
before.
thought you just had it and you could hand it to me so I could read it while everybody was doing their thing.
Looks at Anne and Madden and goes, another she. You can spot them from a mile off, don't take it personally. And I'm going to say Slua, but it's entirely possible that you will say Redcap, and I will be very foolish.
Huga.
Oh!
She'll just spread her wings behind her and flap.
I stand very much corrected, but it was an excellent joke.
I didn't know Anne could joke.
Very dry humor.
She'll actually
evolving.
take her hand out like that and go, Evie.
Oh, yes, of course, Evie. He bows over her hand and turns to Lakoka and to Anil. And I believe you two, I'm sorry, I didn't get very thorough introductions.
I'm Anil. I'm the shit talker of the group.
Ah, the knocker. Understood.
I'll just gesture wildly at it and be like, why would you guess Redcap? She's not wearing anything red on her head.
I mean, I've met some very just gothic aesthetic red caps. It's the darkness hides the blood.
Imagine hiding the blood, fucking amateurs.
Well,
We don't want to get caught.
we've correctly identified you as the red cap, but a name.
The best Redcap, destroyer of worlds, per the Herantis court.
That's true.
All
Depressingly.
right. Well, I will call you Destroyer of Worlds then. Does anybody want a cup of tea before they go?
You didn't get Iris's name.
Yes, I did.
Iris went second.
Oh, completely missed up. My bad.
So to say, it's your name I didn't get, but I'm perfectly content to call you Destroyer of Worlds. Although technically, I think I need a story for that. Hang on, I'm going to go get the tea and the letter. I'll be right back. And he fusses into the house.
Anil will shuffle up to Gray and peek over their shoulder and be like, "Can I read the letter?"
It depends on what's in the letter.
Put my chin on their shoulder.
I will knock
Can
their
I?
head into Neil's head and still be like, it depends what's in the letter.
Okay, I'll close my eyes and you let me know.
I will.
Y'all, we're so good at meeting people. We're
This
just
is
so
great.
personable.
Before he gets back, I'll turn to Jack and just be like, he wants a story. How many people killed qualifies as destroying a world? What if it's a really small world?
Technically, we've been assumingly responsible for destroying the world at least 800 times.
Generally
Oh, even
speak-
better, because I said worlds, plural. Just want to make sure I'm not perjuring myself.
Well, so in the entire history of our planet, there have been about 11 billion people. But that's like in the entire 350,000 years of human history. So like you can pick up like something in the millions and you'll probably be right.
Also, it depends on the timeline in which you were talking about.
See, yeah.
We messed up 800 times, so you are at least somehow had a hand in destroying 800 worlds.
That's it. We'll say that the Coca rode a planet to defeat whoever and used a planet with a planet and then decided to destroy all the planets and then just made the heavens cry and rain planets.
Or just tell him the story of Galactus from Marvel Comics. He probably won't know.
Oh, I forgot to text her.
You did.
I said I was going to send some emails and texts on the car ride, and I forgot.
Galactus, no, that's Galactica, Glacia, Luca.
Galaxa.
Thank you.
Nope, I'm leaving that joke where it lays.
Hey, Alexa, period. I had to do an emergency vacating of a place to go to a place, period, question mark, period. Blah, 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 blah. That's her mashing her fingers into the keyboard a little bit. Period. And she sends it just like that.
You get an immediate response, and it's like you can literally hear her like cackling on the other end of the line, even though it's text, and it just goes, "If I guess the place, do I get a kiss?"
I'm pretty sure I could ask if any erase, because Michelle's rewriting her own thoughts. I'm pretty sure I can see if Annunciata has a Hershey's Kiss in her purse. She normally keeps Snickers in there, though. Would that be sufficient enough? Question mark send.
Now the typing bar is just there for a minute, and then you get ... I suppose.
What did she say?
She said, if I can guess where you're going, can I get a kiss? And I said, I'm pretty sure Annunciata might have a Hershey's Kiss in her purse. She normally keeps Snickers in there, though.
I don't
Gotta
think
drop an F in the group chat.
Man,
I-
just
I
F.
don't think she meant that.
But Coco, you forgot to finish the rest of your message.
No.
No, that's the whole message.
Iris, I think she means you give her a kiss on the cheek or lips or whatever.
Anish
wherever.
comes back outside at just this moment and goes, "Who's kissing whom now?" Don't get me wrong, I'm all for a good romance too.
I just don't know, like, if that's even anything I like.
But
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
I've heard the kids say, fuck around and find out.
Not
That's
not
actually what that
that's not
refers
what that
to.
means.
That's usually about fighting and not
Yeah.
about
I mean, red
I
caps
thought
do
that
both.
was-
We don't
I
limit
thought that-
ourselves.
I've been told.
Coco's like knuckle tattoos as fuck around and find out.
so many letters. It's too many letters. No,
But
it's too,
Coco makes it work.
it's too many letters.
They reuse letters while moving there.
I've read that
They're like stacked on each other.
there's good sex at some point, and that's where the fuck around find out comes. I don't
That's
know.
actually literally 20 letters. You could do the first sentence across and then this, and it would work.
Fucking genius. Hell yeah.
It would work.
Anish
You
goes,
need to use the thumbs, but it would work.
sets down the tea tray he's got, which has very nice porcelain like china on it and a like correctly brewed pot of tea, and he goes, "I have in fact fucked around and found out in both senses of the word before."
Hey, there you are, Iris. You could do that. Fuck around and find out.
I'm sorry, I completely missed something because my brain was in 3 different places at once right now, trying to translate what F means.
Okay, we're
Me
just
too.
gonna have
Sex.
tea, and we're gonna thank Anish And we're gonna go.
Anish turns to Gray and goes, "Here's your letter. I'm sorry. I just got distracted by the fucking around and finding out. Oh, I do need to give one small qualifier to this adventure that you're taking through my doorway. I do require you to tell me the story of your adventure when you come back. Of course, if you die, I suppose I'll let you off the hook."
I mean, there are like 3 chimeras amongst the 6 of us. Someone will tell you the story.
Here. 7 of Swords. There you go. There's your story.
I don't know what that means.
Theft, deception, and hidden. We're on a mystery.
You'll forgive me, my dear, if I don't take a Puka's word for they will tell me a story.
Of course. Yes, well, Puka would tell you the truth right out after asking me a direct question.
Anyways, I just thought we would do a quick minor contract, one that we're all aware of. I give you access to my doorway, both coming and going, and you tell me what happened.
Fucking deal.
Yeah.
Up to what point in time? Just for what happened when we were in the doorway?
No, the tale of your adventure when you return. So at whatever point you return, well, technically, I require the tale of your adventure where you are currently going.
May I ask? Can it be of our own perception?
I'm always interested in varied performances of memory.
Excellent, I agree.
Good.
This is Michelle laughing. Just because Michelle figured it out right away.
Yes. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, "I'll serve the tea, and my dear, you feel free to read your letter. I haven't done anything with it except receive it, so enjoy."
That sounded very sus.
Oh yeah, I know. He's okay. He's just, it's coming off a conversation that is always sus when you talk about contracts.
Does he wear a lot of cyan?
Pardon?
Does he wear a lot of cyan?
No, he does not. He is also currently wearing like literally every color in the rainbow.
So he
He
Skittles.
is of many colors.
Yes, he is of many colors.
So can we taste the rainbow?
Yes. Anyways, Gray.
Ah.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
Anil.
Anil?
Taste the rainbow means something different to you.
No, to me it doesn't. Drop a little acid, you taste everything. That's what I'm talking about.
Fucking around and finding out, but with your taste buds.
Okay, all right. Just so long as you were clear that that's what you were. Okay. I got caught.
Gray, stepping away or just turning away from the group as the tea is poured. It is a short letter, but it is in fact from Nerval. It is his handwriting. He's like, "I am so sorry. I was hoping I could meet you here, but I have gotten a little tied up. I do have some interesting news about Laurel, if you could pass it to Siri at some point. She's been visited by a group of very sunshiny, prophetic people with flames. Anyways, the business out of the way, I wanted to tell you something very exciting because I heard about where you are going from my dear friend Anish. He's a bit of an old queer, but, mostly harmless. Gets bored and wanders off occasionally, so don't take it too personally. I do the same thing.
In the modern sense or the British sense?
You're not in my letter. Go away. Get out of my letter.
So concerning.
The particular trod you're going on, they're having a singing competition, and you really should join in. It'll be great fun. I miss you. And I can't wait to hear all your stories. Admittedly, I'm finding I'm probably not going to be able to tell more and more of them, which is sad, but I'm very proud of you. I know you're going to do a great job. And I promise I'm fine. Laurel's not eaten me or anything yet.
A definite concern Gray would have.
Yes. I'm just imagining your face as I'm writing this, and it's giving me giggles. Very unseemly. Anyways, love you. Take care. Write when you can. Or text. Or fly. You know, whatever's handy. And that's it.
Okay. Do we have a way to contact or pass messages to Siri?
Yeah, absolutely. I was probably going to go through Liz right now, largely to keep Siri a little more like distant from just instant communication with the general of the forces over there. But you definitely have a way to either, probably just text Liz. You probably have Liz's phone number.
Great. So Gray then texts Liz that information that is passed along, and then also rejoins the group with specific focus on Iris, given Iris's experience with the Council of the Flame.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For sure thought I had that wrong. And says to Iris, like, so your friend Galaxa, she's part of that council that gave you the lighter, right?
Yes, the Doomsayers.
Okay. It sounds like they've been visiting Laurel.
It makes sense, given what I know, but I mean, they sort of are a weird group.
They sound like a weird group. Gray gives everyone like the highlights of the letter, the information about the council, the singing competition in the trads, and basically that's it. Just like I pass the information on to Siri, and we are good to go. I think probably.
Excellent. So Nish looks at you and goes, so as soon as you finish your tea, we'll have, I think, time for one small story, because I can't resist also. It's just so much fun, and it's just the perfect setting. I love this house so much. Anyways, then I'll open the door for you, and you will be on your way. And you absolutely have a lovely tea. He is a Eshu. I will roll this shit to see how well he does with his performance.
And actually, when he tells a story, Anne will make sure she has a typewriter out, and she will type out in Braille the story he just did.
Okay. You've all seen better Eshu performances, largely because you have been at the Royal Riot. Gray, particularly, you have seen Nerval on his bullshit more than once.
It's my boy.
Exactly. However, it is a fun story, regardless of how perfect it is. It was entertaining, and it's got a touch of Alice in Wonderland whimsy. It doesn't mean much, but then it doesn't need to. It fills you with that hopefulness that most things haven't lately. It's nice to see somebody who has that skill left, even in the face of the darkness. And he says, well, I've taken up enough of your time. Come this way through. And he starts leading you through this like maze of just, they're not really buildings. They're just things that have spilled out of his house. And it sort of becomes like a trail. And he pulls back a carpet that's just hanging out to dry. And on the other side of it is a winter festival. And that's where we're going to take our break.
The city has gotten too crowded, and now there's only one way out. Follow the highway north, on past Berry, all the way to Sudbury. But stay on the lighted path. Never go beyond the Kine and their settlements, because out there, well, that's lupine territory. and they don't like us much. But whatever's in Sudbury, whatever's there has pushed them out. And now, it's our turn. Not all darknesses are the same, and not all things frighten all people. You never know what's behind closed doors, or what secrets you may find. And who knows, if we're very lucky, the clouds may part and we'll see the stars. Coming this Saturday at 1 p.m. to Archives of the Dragon.
Welcome to Project Trailblazer. A little over 600 years ago, the species of the Milky Way decided to step boldly out into the darkness. They decided to cast off the shackles of the familiar and venture into the quiet between the stars. And on the other side of the void, they found Andromeda. They found the Helios cluster. There they found that the promise of golden worlds was a lie, and instead of perfect colony worlds ready to be settled, they found hellscapes that would have tested the mettle of even our most legendary heroes. They found hostile aliens bent on creating their own personal ethno-state, and they found the Scourge, a mysterious cloud of dark energy fully capable of ripping even the sturdiest ships to shreds. But along with the trials and tribulations, there were triumphs. Arch-Hyperion was the first to arrive, carrying the Pathfinder Sarah Ryder and her crew. Together, they braved the wilds of Helios, discovered the intricate vault system in the remnant, forgotten vestiges of the enigmatic Jardan. They met with and formed alliances with the indigenous Agara, who, along with the remnant, were creations of the Jardan, and with their help, they broke the back of the Ket incursion. 10 years has passed since Pathfinder Ryder disembarked onto the Nexus, and in that time the other Arcs have arrived as well, each with their own hardships and fresh traumas. The Quarian Arc, the Keylesea, being the last to arrive with perhaps the most disturbing tale of all. Relations with the Angara remain good years after arrival, and Ket sightings have gone down. Even the Scourge seems to be behaving, but despite this relative good fortune, people are, well, getting bored. No one came to Andromeda for an easy life. They came to find the unknown and either befriend it or punch it in the face. But of course, you know all this. After all, you joined the initiative. And whatever your private and personal reasons were, you do at least contain that core desire for adventure. With that in mind, Nexus Station is assembling a team to travel outside of the Helios cluster to see what is to be seen. Probes have been sent out beyond the cluster, each one equipped with an AI and a tracking beacon. Your mission is to venture out into the unknown, find what other life might be out there, find any other potential golden worlds, avoid the Ket, and, if possible, learn the origins of the Scourge. The four of you have been chosen for your unique skills, knowledge, and adaptability. You'll be equipped with the second best ship the initiative has got. We'll be sending you out to the Mile 2 cluster right next door. We have no idea what you're going to find out there, but that's half the fun. Say your goodbyes, get a good night's sleep, and get ready to set sail, Trailblazers. The galaxy is called, and it's up to you to answer. Good luck.
We picked up these four in Andromeda. You should see their service records. Dombra Sergal, aka The Experiment. Since arriving in Andromeda, they've been on a rampage across the galaxy in a quest for extreme thrills and science. Aviva Nar Vera, exile, thief, wanted on over a dozen counts of sneaking.
What the hell?
Alumi Druis has been traveling recently as Aviva Nar Vera's personal distraction / battering ram. Project 6414734. Also known as Galatea.
Who called her that?
Herself, mostly. They're wanted largely on charges of tinkering, tailoring, and surgery.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
They call themselves the Trailblazers.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Deep Magic. Thank you for sticking with us during the break, and we are going to pick up where we left off with everybody going through Anisha's door into the Dreaming. However, as you are doing this, everybody notices that they haven't seen Madden in a minute or two, and he drives up with the car behind you through this little twisty thing. He's knocked a couple things out of the way. You, sir, sorry, have a cat who is being inquisitive. And he drives up with the car. He's like, all right, ready to go.
And we'll get in.
Okay. You do not have to get in the car, but he is bringing it with you this time. As you pass through the doorway, you end up on the high street of what looks to be a small winter town. It is wheels of carriages crunch over freshly fallen snow, delivering visitors from all over the place to this little merchant street. Despite the temperature, the atmosphere is warm and jovial. Red velvet tents line the streets, and the air is filled with the voices of carolers and the scents of spiced pastries and mulled wine.
What kind of carols?
I'm gonna go for it's a bunch of pagan carols, actually. So not Christmas carols. No Christmas caroling here.
Excellent.
And you can hear all up and down the street the shouts of what seem to be there's not actually children here, so there's no small children wandering around. The shouts of people throwing snowballs at each other and building snowmen and people trying to hawk their wares and all the rest. And as Madden drives through the doorway, it turns into a small snow-covered pirate ship just sailing down the road.
Awesome.
Like you do.
Mm-hmm. He is delighted. He now has a pirate hat on his head.
Is it like still car sized though?
No.
Or is it like small? Or is it like pirate ship sized?
It's like it's not pirate ship size because that would be like the size of the buildings. And that's,
right.
It's like you know when you go and see like something that's clearly like an effigy of it, but it is also taller than you. That's what you're looking at.
Okay.
Also, Anne, you now have a like eye patch on one eye because you got in the car.
Nice.
You can't see.
Neil jump in the car to get a cool eye patch.
You do not get a cool eye patch, but you do get a cool bandana and a hook on your arm.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Neil.
Yeah, what's up? Yar yar! What's be up, me matey?
I was about to ask if you could give me a hand, but I felt like it was inappropriate, but I could use some assistance.
Yar, we be finding that fucking hilarious.
Can you provide me with assistance up? I want to see what I get.
Neil will help Iris up.
Okay. Iris, as you are helped up, you do not get the hat that Madden has, nor the eye patch that Anne has, nor the hook that Anil has. You get the very fancy buttoned captain's coat, and it is a red that matches your hair.
Oh, this is lovely.
Matt's like, I've been dying to drive this thing in the dreaming. It's so fucking cool.
I will scamper up as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go too. If everybody's getting into the car, I guess I'll get into the car.
Yeah, I guess we're all becoming pirates.
So as Gray gets up on the pirate ship, one thing that doesn't change about you is your coat. Your coat remains exactly as it is because it is part of who you are. However, you do get the fancy ruffly shirt and the really nice bodice that like gives you excellent like shape, but is still comfortable. And you get the most fantastic boots. They are so good.
Do love a good pair of boots.
Exactly. And Lakota, you know the one person on the pirate crew who just has more weapons than is feasibly possible? You now have all the belts and like hooks and things for all of those weapons. Jack. I hate to tell you what happens to Jack, because Jack is very adventurous, but is also our resident paladin. So you get the very like British naval officer get up.
Do I have epaulets? This is the important question.
Yes.
That's all. Yes. Fuck yes. Everything should have epaulets. They're so good. The shoulder tassels, for anyone who doesn't know.
I have epaulets, but they're spiked.
That's true, you do.
I sewed epaulets onto a vest pattern at one point. I'm speaking in Iris's voice. I'm speaking as Michelle. I've sewn epaulets onto an outfit, but it's actually more of a button system than a tassel system.
Fuck yes.
Nice.
I love it. I am the very model of a modern Major General.
Avast ye mateys of the motley? Doing this correctly.
If you're not talking with rum, I don't want to be hearing it.
Man's
Trying
like,
so hard, and I appreciate it so much.
Man's like, this is the best thing that's happened to me, or I think any of us, in like weeks, months. Has it been a year yet? It feels like a year.
We could just... I mean, you can ignore the fact that you have a budding new relationship.
Look, that is a beautiful thing, and I'm very happy about it, but it is a relationship that's happening under fire, and now it's a relationship that's happening on a pirate ship, which is better.
Which I'm waiting for the plots to be played incorrectly, so it's under cannon fire.
True. And from the street, you hear the, Hey, you want some mulled wine?
Absolutely, I do.
You look down, and Anil, you immediately recognize another knocker. It is a coffee cart of sorts, but it is serving mulled wine and cider and hot chocolate, and it just has a whole bunch of pipes that are steaming from everywhere.
Yar, we be taking all your mulled wine
I'd like some hot cocoa, please.
and your hot cocoa.
And the little knocker cackles his ass off. He goes, I'm real threatened. Frighten the shit pants right off me. All right. He says the hot cocoa, and he throws a lever, and it bursts of violet, not violent. It is violent, but it is violet steam. Burst out of the machinery behind him, and this vat of cocoa, like it is a lake of cocoa, fills into this bowl, and then it manages to also give it a lake of whipped cream across the top from another spigot on there, and he pulls on some levers, and then a whole thing of mulled wine goes into this beautiful jug. He's like, all right, who wants the cocoa? Who wants the wine?
Cocoa, please.
You are just handed a bowl that you literally have to like hold on to like this.
Yes.
He is not very tall. He goes, I'm Wisdle, by the way. You going to the concert tonight?
Gray
What?
perks up.
What concert be you talking about?
So there's this thing at the Castellanter Villa. It's going to be great. There's this really awesome singer coming. Oh, does anyone else want anything? I have. Hang on. And he pulls a bunch more levers, and you don't know what it is. It smells good, though. It smells sort of spicy. It smells alcoholic. Is cerulean blue?
I want one of everything.
Yeah. I take a sip.
Okay. It
How
is.
much does how much does $200 get us?
Is the dreaming miss? I mean, I'll take your money because I do have rent to pay, but like
We all got bills today.
Yeah, that shit's too real for the dreaming.
but this is a party. He takes the $200 anyways because he's not stupid.
Take the whole lot.
Also, half our motley is rich as fuck.
Yep.
True.
And down the way, because these pirate ships keep sailing with you on it, there is what appears to be a relatively normal looking person, which is odd enough. And he goes, oh, come on, Wisdil, don't hog all the good guests.
Did they just call us good guests?
Yeah, and there's plenty of us to go around.
That's
They
good.
don't know us that well.
No, they clearly don't.
They're being nice. Roll with it. Yes, and.
Someone set a timer. We got to see how long it takes them to figure out.
Hold on. Am I gonna roll with it?
Yes,
I'm
exactly.
like, I love you, sweetie, so much.
That's perfect.
Anyways, the woman has dark liquid eyes and long blonde hair. And she goes, "Oh, so you met Wisdom. Do not, every third drink comes out some interesting color. Those of you who are drinking the cerulean thing, I will see you next week when you're sober."
Yahar.
I love knackerfalls.
She goes, have you seen my instruments? And she pulls back this curtain over a small rolling stall, and it is filled with gorgeously intricate like violins and lyres and all kinds of stringed instruments. And they're made out of unusual materials too. They're not like your traditional things, but they look like they're like woven out of stardust and moon rock and things like that. And she goes, "I'm so excited about the concert today."
I need one.
Well, get one.
Gray's like completely awestruck and just like,
Which one's your finest, ma'am?
So Vela goes, "Oh, which one do you want? I'm afraid they are treasures. So what my costs are in kind or in glamour."
Well, which one, Gray?
"Do you have a guitar?"
"Oh, I do have a guitar." And she pulls out a guitar and she looks at you for a moment and says, "Hang on. It's an excellent, because you're in the dreaming now and you are all in your changeling seemings now as compared to your mortal ones." And she goes, "Oh," and she passes her hand over it several times, and it goes from a like tornado wind to a raging inferno and to like a lake of still water that holds its shape. And she hands it over to you and says, "Try that one. I usually know my customers."
Gray plays it immediately.
It is beautiful. It is perfectly tuned because it is, of course, just given to you. And she obviously either has like a connection for these or makes them herself at some point. And she goes, "Every one of them will tell you a story if you let it."
Gray is like completely lost and just plucking out a tune and just like completely focused on the instrument and absolutely nothing else. Like none of you exist anymore.
How much?
It's just Gray and the music.
He goes, mechanically wise, she will accept a 2 treasure or she will take 2 points of glamour from somebody.
Take it.
Okay.
And we'll give her 2 points of glamour.
All right. Gray, if you stop playing for any period of time, the guitar will continue the melody after you stop playing.
Gasp.
It does fade off after a minute or two, but it's like residual like music in the guitar.
Gray will also like snap to the present once they realize that Anne has just like bought them this ridiculous guitar using glamour and just like, no.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
But
what?
Okay, I'm gonna accept it because I really want it.
I know.
Vela looks up and he goes, "I really keep hoping that Aria Cavatina will pass by here. I know it's a little vain hope because she's going to be up at the party tonight, but..."
Is that a name that Gray would know?
Yes.
From like the circuit?
Actually, it is.
Oh man.
She is she's I'm trying to describe this.
Body's ready.
She is not in your sphere of singing in general. Like you don't compete for gigs. She's more of a famous operatic singer, but you have been in town when she was in town before. It doesn't really split your audience, but it does mean that there's a bunch of art stuff going on when the two of you are in town together.
Do you think we're pals? Or do you think we have, like, a professional rivalry?
I think it's more of a professional rivalry.
You might meet them. The star
You are, again, you are different spheres, but you definitely can, like, impact each other's crowds, and that has gotten in the way once in a while.
Okay, so when Gray hears that, Gray definitely has a moment of like, oh, motherfucker.
Villa's like, did I say something wrong?
No, not at all. Gray then whispers to Anil, she doesn't particularly like me.
Well, fuck her then. I'll kick her fucking ass. I will run up on the stage and ruin a fucking concert for you.
Unnecessary, but I appreciate it.
Anyways, there's going to be the big singing competition up at the villa today, and we've all been excited to see Arya because she doesn't come into town very often.
He's gonna frown so hard because this is exactly why Nerval wanted Gray to compete.
Yep.
Like, you son of a.
Mm-hmm. Look,
now
he loves
now
you,
I've been challenged.
but he's a bit of a shit sometimes.
He is a shit.
The gauntlet has been thrown.
Exactly. And from as you start moving again with the
Wait,
the
Spec.
Hmm?
Before we move forward, does this person carry any like really fucking obnoxious ass instruments like bagpipes or a big ass tuba?
Or a kazoo.
I was about to say she only
What are
does,
tubas if not big ass kazoos enduring?
only does stringed instruments technically.
Ah. I was hoping to find one of those, like, the musical instrument, like, the things that you go, and they go,
Didgeridoo.
Didgeridoo.
Yeah, but you could get like one of those really, really very large basses, the ones that are like body height, especially for Lakota.
No, I want brass or percussion. I'll keep looking.
Okay, I'm just saying, it's what she happens to specialize in. Anyways, as you pass down, there is another woman vendor, and she's probably 10, 15 feet down the road, and she is selling beautiful knitwear, and she does like small knit animals and stuff like that, and she personally looks a bit like a tree.
Cute.
He goes, are you here for the festival, or are you just trying to get down the road? I know some people have been trying to get down the road, but we're trying real hard to enjoy this winter thing. Have you had a chance to do snowballs yet?
I mean, we're here for a little of both.
Oh, good. I have like the best mittens for snowballs.
Hell yeah. I want some mittens.
Okay, so like if you ask the mittens, they'll help you make the snowball. It's so cool.
I love that's the best thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
I've been sort of messing around with like talking to the elements and stuff, and I figured out how to talk the snow, and then I like wove it into the mittens. It's so much fun.
You're my hero. I'll take a pair.
Okay. These will either cost you a glamour or $100, one or the other.
I mean, I have 4 pips in resources, so I guess I'll just give $100.
I was about to say, you don't know what money means.
Yeah. I give a $200 bill.
Okay, you get a pair of mittens that have little like reindeer antlers on the ends of the mittens because she just got really excited and made them look like reindeer.
Perfect. I immediately make a snowball.
Okay, do you tell the mittens to help you make a snowball?
I absolutely do. I hold them up to my mouth and I go, hey, we're going to make the best snowball ever. And then I make a snowball the size of my face.
Oh no, you make a snowball the size of Lakota and lift it like it's the size of a pea.
I throw it at Lakota.
I'm surprised Lakota is the target and not Madden.
No! Because then it seems like I'm flirting with my ex-boyfriend, and I don't want to go down that road. I also said if I don't get to throw a snowball at Lacoca, I'll be very disappointed. I do not warn Lacoca.
Madden's also like, I'm driving.
If I see it coming, I'll try to catch it with my mouth.
Okay, your mouth does not extend the full length of your body, but you get a nice chomp of snow, and then you enter the snowball.
Perfect.
It's like
I'll eat
Enter
my
the
way
Dragon,
out.
except fun.
Exactly. And so there's Jack, it's great. The snowball like collides with Lacoca, and there's this pregnant silence for a moment as Lacoca disappears into the snow, and then for about 2 seconds she's gone, and then she chomps her way out of the other side of the snowball.
I will only abuse this power. I want you all to know this.
If you can make snowballs that big, how big a snowman could you make?
We'll find out later.
Storyteller note, this weight and material thing, it only works on snow. So if you try to like make a big fireball with it or something like that, it does not do that.
No, yeah, I figured it was specific for snow.
Mm-hmm. Anyways, if you keep going down the road, which I'm assuming that you do, you run into a series of carolers, of people who are practicing for this competition up at the Midwinter Gala at the end of this road, essentially. You do get a couple of younger puka kids who hook themselves onto the side of the boat and like ride along with you for a while just because it's a really cool pirate ship. They are like 14, not 6.
We're not having a repeat of the puppies incident.
We're just not having a large number of small children unless I know exactly what they're doing, because I'm not endangering the small children. Thank you. Also, small children changelings are interesting. If you wake them up early enough, they can be a 1,000-year-old being in the body of a 6-year-old, which is not my favorite thing.
Spoopy.
So, you get down there and you run into a group of carolers. There are several groups. So there is a group of all clericons who are doing nothing but like body limerick type singing. It's wonderful. Hang on a second. I need everybody to roll something for me because they are clericons. I need you to roll a willpower. Let's go for a willpower. I need you. The difficulty is a 6, and we'll see how well.
Can we just roll our willpower pips?
Yep. They are also rolling for successes. So one of the Clericon powers, great. Gray, you are fine. You are super fine. But one of the Clericon powers is that they insult you to get the measure of you. So they purposefully start fights with people just to see what you're like.
Oh, no.
Wow, everybody did a great job.
Oh, no, I got a 0.
Oh, sorry, Jack.
I got complete 0.
You fucked up so bad.
I did not botch. I didn't roll a 1 or anything, but I did just get no successes at all. My highest was a 5.
Literally everybody else is fine, but Jack.
Yeah, that sounds narratively appropriate.
Yep. The Clericon, he just knows. He knows you're afraid you can't save the world. He knows you're gonna try. He's like, oh, look at the pretty boy out here trying his best, but you're useless, aren't you? Look at you.
Jack starts crying.
Oh no.
Clericon's like, oh shit, we gotta cry her, guys. We gotta cry her.
Iris.
Look what you did.
Iris is gonna go over to Jack and just be like, Is it okay if I
Yeah, that's okay. Thanks.
and she wrap her arms around him and try to hug him to make him feel better.
All right, Enunciacata will do. Hold on. Creeping shadows on them.
Okay.
Oh God, what are you gonna do to them?
Unnecessary.
And I have the time at 22 minutes for them to realize that we are not esteemed guests.
Thank you for keeping that timer.
I'm going to assume that it's 5 or 6 for Div.
Yeah, it's going to be a 6, unless I tell you differently, or unless you have a specialty.
That's a 5 for creeping shadows, and she's going to try and give him a bit of a scare because I hurt Jack.
Is that which? Sorry,
that's Autumn.
That's what I thought. I was like, that's not. It's not a winter one.
No, and I have 2. I have a 2 in Fae.
Right, you're doing fine. Sorry, I'm just. All 4 of them jump the fuck out of the way. They're like, shit! She here? Oh, shit!
She's gonna make them freak out, and she's gonna try and scare them away.
You do not succeed in scaring them away.
Or close enough.
They do jump around the shadows. They're like, it was all in good fun, yeah?
Was it?
Yeah.
Good, so was mine.
Unseelie.
And so it wasn't. and we'll just sit back and feel somewhat accomplished.
Mm-hmm. You are very accomplished. Jack, you can burn a willpower to get past their insults if you want to, or somebody can use like charisma and empathy or persuasion and, performance, any of your like social skills to help him through it.
I'll burn a willpower. I feel like Jack has to deal with imposter syndrome fairly often. This feels like it's not unusual.
Fair. So you shake it off, and you some of your training comes back to you, where you go, oh yeah, this is just Clericon things that they do. Some of them are nicer than others about it. Some of them are more insidious than others. But mostly they just want to see what's up with me. Damn, that one was really accurate.
Yeah. Listen,
You can't be nice, be cruel, yet accurate.
Yeah. I know I have a hero complex and imposter syndrome. Is this John or Jack talking? You'll never know.
Fair question, it's Mahone.
As you as you sail down this street, you are suddenly assailed by a blood-curdling scream. And Gray, you recognize this scream. In fact, it has very, operatic tendencies. It's somebody who can sing real high notes.
Oh, no. And remind me her name again? Asha?
Aria.
Aria. Of course it's Aria.
It's definitely a stage name.
Is Gray the only one who heard it, or did everybody hear it?
It's screaming down, you can hear it. Everybody on the street is now looking for what's going on.
Gray heads towards the screaming.
Instantly running towards the screaming.
Yeah.
The second there is something that you can physically do, boom, gone.
Why can't we ever just have a nice time? We were all having a nice time.
I wasn't once.
Hands in the car, because that's just way too loud for her ears.
If I have time, I grab my bident. If I don't, I'm just going.
All right. You see Arya being attacked by what looks like a very dark, not dark is not the right word, a very twisted looking satyr.
Oh no.
I run up to it and I wayfare it into the nearest building.
Okay. Your wayfare is let me see what they do.
I have 2 in wayfare.
Yep. So
It's just Quicksilver or
Yep.
whatever that one is.
do me a favor. Roll your art plus your realm, which will be Fey for this, and
Okay.
your glamour.
Okay. Oh, that's a bunch of things. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Many a pool.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Okay. 6 is 6 my thing?
Yep. He goes
Okay.
flying into what is
Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is my success.
many successes. The thing that is attacking you, or not attacking you, attacking Arya, goes flying like literally down the street. Interestingly, though, it goes down instead of side to side. It's like there's a barrier at the edge of this street that what's beyond it isn't the same as the street.
Gray also steps in front of Arya, holding Knight's Fall, and just like is prepared to defend her.
And Arya looks up at you, takes a look at you for a minute, and goes, "Fuck."
Hey!
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's just
What the fuck, also?
I do not freaking know. And she gets up, and she has like gash marks from the top of her collarbone down across her breast.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question. Was you good? But I guess the answer is
No.
Not really.
Anne, you don't have to roll for this because you are a slua. The area around here smells horrendous, like the worst rotting eggs, like sulfur in the morning, like... Yeah.
Madden, something's wrong. Something's really wrong. It smells.
I mean,
Rotten eggs. There's sulfur.
my senses aren't as good as you. I'm still really smelling that spiced mulled wine. Wow, is that stuff potent?
You're telling me?
Sorry, sweetie. Yeah, no, I can't smell the rotten eggs. I'm sorry.
It's fine, Schnookums. I know it's somewhere, and it's somewhere. It's around us, but I don't know why. Plus, I have to find an appropriate term of endearment for you. I don't think the model will allow me to say Schnookums all the time around you.
Not without open mockery.
no, it's cute.
I'll just have to
I
call
like
you.
it.
I'll just have to call you Snickers.
I'm okay with
These
this.
Snickers is cute.
It's also a callback.
Exactly.
And who
makes
doesn't love
sense.
those?
Guys, as you are sitting around discussing this, the satyr is back. He came
Oh,
back.
I'm definitely just jumping on that.
He came back with the speed. He left.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I don't care for that shit at all.
I sent him fast. Are you sure?
Yes.
Did we have time to grab our weapons on the
Yes.
run over here?
Yes.
Okay.
There was time enough for Madden and Annunciacata to have a conversation, which reminds me, Annunciacata, what do the cards say?
We're fucked.
Did we pull the tower?
It's very specific.
Oh, the tower was the second card I picked. That was after a reverse chariot.
Ah. And the satyr grins at you, all cloven feet and torn revelry costume that's clearly seen better days, and wild eyes. Arya goes, "Leave me the fuck alone!"
At the satyr, right? Not at
Yes,
us.
Not you. Not at you. She is yelling at him.
Okay.
She swore at you, but only because she kind of wished her savior was literally anybody else.
Well,
Her savior was a dashing prince / king.
She doesn't
Take your
know
pick.
that.
I'm both.
She doesn't know shit about you. She just knows that she doesn't super like me.
Yep. Arya goes,
Listen, I Fusro a satyr into a wall. I'm happy as a clam.
I don't know what he wants, but he has been following me all day.
Well, that's not cool.
The satyr looks at you guys. Come, little pretty, out to play.
I mean, that's already unacceptable.
Yeah, why don't you just take your fucking little creep ass legs and get the fuck out of here?
I would like to heck this man's up if no one is going to come retrieve him.
And I
Someone
need,
come collect
I
him.
need one.
Someone come get your man.
I need one more roll before we end for tonight because it is already 10 o'clock. I need everybody to roll me either a perception and I'll take Greymare or investigation or an intelligence or Greymare investigation.
That dice ASMR. With that big dice energy.
Alright, we'll do investigation.
I got a 2 on intelligence and Greymare, if it makes any difference.
Oh,
Hold on, I got a math.
one success.
That's okay.
I got 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 3
Amazing.
successes.
I got 4 using my intelligence and investigation.
Intelligence and Greymare. 6.
So for everybody who has at least a success, there's something wrong with this satyr. It's like no satyr you've ever seen before. For those with 3 and above, you know what this is. It isn't a satyr. It's a nasty. You don't know a lot about nasties, but they're not exact. They're the Thalane cousins of satyrs, so they're not actual satyrs. And for those of you with my top successes, the 2 of you with 6s, the thing that nasties have is something called Maynard's fever. So while satyrs can inspire revelry in their surroundings, nasties inspire frenzy.
They inspire fight.
Yep, super. And if you succumb to the willpower roll against them, you indulge in your darkest and nastiest desires. Also, Annunciata, it makes sense now. They smell really bad, and that's why you can tell the difference between a satyr and a nasty.
Oh shit, it's a bacchanal.
The moment she realizes that, heart and heart, and I got 6 successes.
Okay, great. Does anybody else want to do anything to prep, and we will pick up with the fight next episode?
Nah, I'm just ready to fight.
Iris says the words that activate her spear. Oh shit! Here we go again!
John, I will tell you what the Bident does for the next episode.
Okay.
Nice. I'll load up on the usual Dragon's Ire.
All right. And with that, we're going to close off for this evening, so all of our lovely cast members who have been very patient with me tonight can get some rest. So we're going to start up at the top with MJ.
Hi, I'm MJ Bradley Lestrange, podcaster and writer, and you can follow my work on certainpov.com.
Awesome. And John.
Hi, I'm Professor John Bradley Lestrange, internet personality and perpetual disappointment to the conservatives on TikTok. You can find me there at The History Wizard.
Woo! Rhea.
Hi, I'm Rhea. You can find me on TikTok at explosive, or not TikTok. Fuck, I'm tired.
Next adventure, we're gonna go with Explosive Dental on TikTok.
I think I'm on TikTok, but I might be Rhea.Jasmine on TikTok. I forget. I don't do TikTok that often. You can find me on Twitter at explosive_donut. And I will never explain how I got that handle.
Velvet.
Thank you all so much for joining us for another episode of Deep Magic. I've been Velvet. You can find me pretty much everywhere on the interwebs at OG Brown Sugar, mainly the Bird app and the streaming app. I do the CTRPG thing. I'm also on some podcasts, the Stories of a Broken Sun and Flight Risk podcasts.
Awesome.
I make no promises about not eating that nasty.
Michelle.
Hi, My name is Michelle C. Light. The C stands for, yeah, I found Raya on TikTok and I'm following them now.
Oh, Jesus.
Jesus, I gotta save you now.
And I'm a dork who does stuff. Best way to figure out what I'm doing as a dork is to follow me on Twitter at Michelle C. Light.
Awesome. And Junie.
I'm Junie Vanish. You can find me on the internet because fuck it, I don't want to live in the real world anymore. And you can find me on my Twitter. You can find me on my Twitch. You can find me at our GT table. You can find me pretty much everywhere. Just if you say my name 3 times, I promise to shower you with love from the Brown Coat Nation. Thank you very much.
And I, as always, am your local chaos bringer, Spectre Elefet. You can find me most places on the internet by that name. You can find this show on Twitter at Arc of the Dragon. You can find this show on YouTube as Archives of the Dragon. So if you want to catch up with the shenanigans we have done previously, that's where to find it. Also, our one-shots, and also we run a vampire game on Saturday. So tomorrow, from when you're watching this at 1 p.m., Sudbury by Night, run by the wonderful Unconscious Celestial. And we also run a Mass Effect game run by John. The last episode was so good. I was so happy. And I'm going to shamelessly plug, you have to watch me do bad Krogan poetry.
I keep forgetting that I do that.
You must.
I'm like, I should plug that during every time you mention. I'm like, I should plug that during my section. It's like, no, I'll forget every time.
Anyways, that's most of the stuff we do. You can follow us on YouTube, give us a like, give us a subscribe. You can subscribe to us here on Twitch or throw us bits. If we can finally get to our, level, I can pay the cast any amount of money and we can say we do this professionally because we will have been paid to do it. So that'll be awesome. If you have any things you want us to do, hit us up in our Discord, which you can find over there. And yeah, I love you all and we'll see you next week.